If you've played FNAF, you may have wondered how Freddy went from this uncanny monster that sneaks around restaurants to a big friendly bear that calls you his superstar. And if you have wondered how this happened, then you've come to the right place, as in today's video, we're going to be looking at the evolution of Freddy's design and ranking them all on a scale of 1 to 10 Freddles. So if you're excited for today's video, hit that like and subscribe, and let's start things off with FNAF 1. FNAF 1's Freddy is a very basic design when compared to the rest of the Freddys in the series. However, his design still holds up pretty decently with his uncanny valley look and the fact that you could genuinely picture him entertaining kids during the day without looking too scary. And the fact that you never actually see Freddy in too much light in FNAF 1 really helps make Freddy seem like this luring threat that's trying to hide his movements towards the office. Now, although his design and textures may be a bit outdated by today's standards, I'm still going to be scoring him a solid 7 out of 10, as he is a perfect baseline for all of the subsequent Freddys. Now, FNAF 2 really spices things up a little, as we have two mainline Freddys. But for now, let's start with the less loved one, Toy Freddy. Now, believe it or not, I'm one of the few people that actually really like Toy Freddy's design. His chubby little fingers and fat belly make him look very adorable and friendly, and the fact that he's made from shiny, bright coloured plastic and has red cheeks, whoa, not those cheeks, goddamn. Where was I again? Yes, his bright-coloured, more kid-friendly design and the fact that some of his renders look really damn goofy led me to only want to score Toy Freddy a measly 6 out of 10. Because although I do love his design, I do think that it isn't scary whatsoever and is a bit too basic for my liking. But now we can finally move on to the real star of FNAF 2, the Freddy that Funko uses for all of its merch despite none of it being FNAF 2 related, Withered Freddy. Now, Withered Freddy is one of the best-looking characters of all of FNAF in my opinion, and is loved by the community for all of his incredible-looking renders, and honestly, I don't really know what to say about Withered Freddy. He's just FNAF 1 Freddy, completely redesigned, made way more uncanny and way more creepy looking. And to make him even more terrifying, he also looks like he's around 8 feet tall, having to duck under the entrance of your office to be able to get in it. And I think it's no surprise that I'm going to be giving Withered Freddy a 10 out of 10. Now, if I'm being completely honest, FNAF 3 section is going to be very damn fast, because FNAF 3 is probably one of the worst games for Freddy. I mean, it's literally just Withered Freddy from FNAF 2 with a watermelon texture over it. I mean, don't get me wrong, he is a ghost, which is pretty spooky, and he does have some pretty damn cool renders and animations, but overall, I really don't like this Freddy. It's way too basic, and again, it's just Withered Freddy with a weird texture. So yeah, it's going to be a 3 out of 10 from me. But now we move on to FNAF 4, which is where Freddy's design becomes completely different compared to the rest of the games. He is no longer something that could pass as an animatronic that entertains kids during the day, and now possesses a nightmarish look with lots of sharp teeth and some screw-like fingers that look absolutely terrifying. And as a bonus, he now has 3 little Freddles that look like they all want to bite your ankles off. Now, a lot of people don't like Nightmare Freddy, as they think he's a bit over-designed, but honestly, I actually really like the look of him, and I'm going to be ranking him a solid 7 out of 10. The same as FNAF 1 Freddy, which I think is pretty fair. Now we're moving on to Funtime Freddy from Sister Location. Funtime Freddy is honestly my personal favourite Freddy, as I'm quite a huge fan of the pink and white colour scheme and the fact that he now has a little sidekick. And the best part about Funtime Freddy is, although he can look quite adorable, he still retains that uncanny look that Freddy is well known for. And he also has some new features that make him even more scary. For example, the fact that he can now open his faceplate and expose the new spaghetti-like endoskeleton that the animatronics in Sister Location possess, or the fact that he can now actually talk thanks to the amazing voice acting talent of Kellen Goff.
You over there in the dark! Come on now!
All of this combined makes me feel like Funtime Freddy deserves a respectable 8.5 out of 10. And I would honestly love to give him a higher score, but he has got a more basic design, and I think 8.5 is pretty fair when you compare it to the rest of the Freddys in the series. Now, the weird thing about FNAF 6 is that there's actually only one Freddy who can actually attack you, despite there being multiple in the game. But since I'm supposed to be ranking every single Freddy, let's quickly talk about Rockstar Freddy. Rockstar Freddy borrows design elements from both Funtime Freddy and Toy Freddy, possessing some bright coloured plastic and a more simple design, and to be honest, although he has no horror elements, I do find his design very fun, and I like the new colour scheme, with the yellow star in his chest and the purple hat and bow tie. So overall, I'm going to give Rockstar Freddy a 6.5 out of 10, as I think that's a pretty respectable score considering and he doesn't actually do much in the game. But now, let's talk about the real threat of FNAF 6, which is Molten Freddy. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I don't like his design whatsoever. Now, I know his design makes sense lore-wise, as he is Ennard from the last game, but without Baby. But to be honest, I just don't like the fact that he's, again, literally just Ennard, but with a weird-looking version of Funtime Freddy's head. So overall, although he has got some pretty cool features, like having eyeballs all over him, which make him look kind of creepy, I'm only going to be giving him a 4 out of 10, as I really just don't like his design. And when you look at his model outside of the actual game, it does just look really goofy. But now, guys, what you've all been waiting for, here comes the fan favorite Freddy himself, the Freddy that makes sure that you know that you're his superstar, Glamrock Freddy. And to be honest, I don't even know what to say about Glamrock Freddy, as he's a literal icon in the FNAF series at this point. Glamrock Freddy's got a very sick design with some of the best swag out of all of the Freddys, and he's the biggest homie out of all of the Freddys as well, as he literally helps you beat the game and acts as a literal tank, making you invincible to all of the other animatronics. And honestly, just the Glamrock Freddy being an absolute G, I've got to give him a 10 out of 10. So now then, people, we move on to the last game in the FNAF series so far, and it's going to be the last Freddy in today's video. Now, I actually don't know the official name of this Freddy. At first, I thought it was just a ruined Glamrock Freddy, but after doing a little bit of research, he is apparently a prototype Freddy that is not the same as Glamrock Freddy from Security Breach. But despite that, I do really love his design, as it references the Nightmare animatronics with the cracks in his belly, kind of resembling the teeth in the belly from Nightmare Fredbear, and he also references the withered animatronics with his very worn design. And to top it all off, the fact that this animatronic runs at you with full speed without even having a head is pretty damn terrifying and pretty damn baller, and is honestly the main reason I'm going to be scoring Ruined Glamrock Freddy, whatever you want to call him, a 9 out of 10. But there we have it, boys. That is my ranking of every single FNAF Freddy. Now, I know I missed some games like obviously FNAF World, FNAF AR, and FNAF Help Wanted, but that's because those Freddys are just normal Freddy, but with slightly different textures, more detail, less detail, whatever. And I know I missed things like Dreadbear, Lefty, Fredbear, you know, all them kind of things, but those aren't technically Freddy. They don't have Freddy in the name, so I didn't cover them. But if you do want to see me do a video on the evolution of any other animatronics, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, a like and subscribe would be very helpful, as I'd like to hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year. It's my personal goal, and if you guys could help me achieve that, I'd be really appreciative. But if you didn't like this video, tell me what I could improve in the comments below. I'm very open to criticism, so if you guys have anything that you think I should improve, just let me know. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you stuck around this far, FNAF World Freddy, 100 out of 10. FNAF AR Freddy, 1 out of 10 because he looks like a potato. And FNAF Help Wanted Freddy, 100 out of 10 because he is awesome sauce. Love you guys. Bye-bye.